Hi, and welcome to Book Chat with Julie. It's August of 2021, and welcome. I'm Julie with the Argenta Branch Library, and we're part of the Lehman Library System in North Little Rock, Arkansas. So here we are in August. We still have a lot of warm temperatures ahead of us down here in Arkansas in the south. So summer, for as far as the weather's concerned, we still got a few months to go. But as far as summer activities go, things are winding down. My office days, my pool days are coming to an end. I still have my deck, so for a couple more months I get to be out on my deck and do some reading. But as we wind down the summer, as you know from some of my past book chats, is that I like to read a lot of the beachy summertime reads in the summer. They're usually fast, they're easy reads, there's some thrillers, there's some suspense in them, and they just make for great, especially weekend reads during the summer. So as we wind down the summer, there was the few that I wanted to just end my summer book chat with, and you might be interested in some of these. So every summer has a story. And this is one of my favorite pictures of the boys that I took obviously many years ago. And I still look at that picture and I always wonder, what is the story that they're talking about? What are they talking about? Did you grow up with siblings? Did you grow up with your cousins meeting in the summer? Maybe at a lake house or at the farm? Summertime always has that time frame where I think memories are made. It's a different schedule. You have the late night, the sun's out longer, so the ice cream truck coming or homemade ice cream. You maybe go camping, go on lake trips with your family. Whatever your summer story was, I know in the summertime, no matter how old we get, we still kind of reminisce our summers. My summers, especially in the late 70s, early 80s, and some of these books are going to reflect that. I spent a lot of my summers at camp. Once I got old enough to go to camp as a worker, I would go home on Saturday, wash my clothes, take a nap, and I would go right back for the next session on Sunday. And I did that for many summers, especially in my teenage years. I would just go to camp all summer long, back and forth. So that created a lot of my favorite summer memories. So the first book that I'm going to introduce you to is The Last Summer at the Golden Hotel, and it's by Elisa Friedland. And if you're a fan of the movie Dirty Dancing or the show The Marvelous Miss Maisel, this story will take you to that time period, kind of that setting. And the Golden Hotel is in its heyday, and it's set in the Catskills. And, you know, there's a family reunion going on in the story. It's these are families that would go and stay for weeks at a time in their cabins or in their cottages, whatever they had rented for the summer. And that was a great story, just of, again, a family reunion. As you know, when I read a story, I always like to find a quote that I kind of highlight or I write down if it's not my book to write in. And the quote from this book is, "Life was always going to have tension between the familiar and the new." The Last Summer at the Golden Hotel by Elisa Friedland. And that's true. When we're trying to go have our memories and then we have new things happening, it's always a little bit of a tension, which can be a positive thing of when change happens. And that's what this family experiences when they go back once again to their cottage in the Catskills. The next book is set in August of 1983, a time period that I remember quite well. And this is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. The whole story is one day. It starts at the beginning of the day and it goes all the way to the end, and it's a Hollywood party. It's set in 1983 and Nina Riva's annual end of the summer party, and anticipation is a fever pitch. and everyone wants to be there. There's twists and turns, things happen, there's drama, but it all happens in one day. And so her friends and family come together for their end of the summer party, and my quote from that book is, "Family is found, whether it be blood or circumstance or choice. What binds us does not matter. All that matters is that we are bound." Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I thought that was a great quote that takes me right in to the next book, Viola Shipman, The Clover Girls. And I'm going to say that this was my favorite summer read. And I've read a lot this summer, and as you know, they're all going to be my favorites. But this is one of my favorites. It is about 4 girls. It's dual timeline. And it begins in the late 70s, early 80s, 4 girls that meet at camp. And I know that I have camp friends that watch this video, and we share a lot of memories during our camp years. These 4 girls did the same. It's set kind of in the same time frame. This is the camp that this book is about is in Michigan. So there's things that were a little bit different than the camp that I grew up at. But the friendships made, the family bonds that were made, things that happened at camp, this is going to take you right back again to that place in camp. Dual timeline, present day, they're grown up, they meet back at camp, things happen. I'm not going to tell you what, because that's for you to find out in the story. But Viola Shipman is the pen name for Wade Rouse, and if you've read any of the Viola Shipman books, I'm sure you have fallen in love with them just like I did, and this one is no different, and that is The Clover Girls by Viola Shipman. The quote that I'm going to pull from that book is, "What makes all the pain and hurt worthwhile is the love and connections that we create along the way. What makes it all worth the ride is friends." And Clover Girls by Viola Shipman. And I know I treasure my friendships that I made at camp growing up, and many we still see each other. Haven't seen for the last couple of years, but at least through social media, Facebook, and just different family connections, we've stayed close. I want to, as you're watching this, we have a congratulations for a pub day. And you know I love to support authors and their publication dates and new releases. And my friend Amy Clipston, Kathleen Fuller, and Shelley Shepard Gray, they did have one come out just at the beginning of August, and it's an Amish schoolroom. And it is 3 novellas that they have written. And Amy's story is Laurel Weaver. She answers an ad for a teaching position. She met Glenn Troy and is a game changer. Will they push through their obstacles to find love? And that's one of the short novellas that's in there by Amy Clipston. So congratulations to the 3 of them for another great publication day and another new release. So as we end the summer, we're just getting ready for fall. School is starting back. I just want to remind you that the library is open. We do appreciate it if you come in, if you do wear a mask. That's helping keeping us open. So that's always appreciated. But if you need one of these books or you need me to find books, I am still more than happy to scour the shelves and find some books for you. We have some new releases coming out, and if you would like to pick those up curbside, that is a service that I don't think will ever go away, at least for a long time. And I'm happy to find the books for you, check them out, and get your books all ready and bring them out to your car. So if you don't feel comfortable coming back into the library yet, let us curbside for you. That's what we're there for, and we're happy to do that. So I hope that you all have had a nice, relaxing summer and enjoyed the heat and the sun a little bit. We'll be into the fall books, and in September My to be read basket is overflowing, so I cannot wait to share with you some of the to be read books that I have in my basket that will take me into fall. So thank you again for joining another Book Chat with Julie, and I will see you in September.